Hi, I'm Jesse from A Jolly Corpse, and welcome to the first actual playthrough video of Domain Lords of Aether. To start out, we're going to do a simple two-player, one-on-one game. Before we start the game, we'll begin by picking a Lord of Aether. The Lord will serve as our leader and movement piece for this game. They each have different abilities, starting powers, and playstyles, and they each worship one of the 5 domains: Faith, Order, Deception, Chaos, and Gloom. The playstyles mimic the name. Gloom saps energy and drains life from enemies, while Chaos relies on random dice rolls and luck. Monsters, hexes, and traps share these domains, as do soul wells, the object of the game. Soul wells are highly sought after points where Aether Lords can draw great power. Every time I conquer one, I get to add its ether to my stack. When I get all 20 of my chips, I've won the game. This time, I'm putting Chaos Lord Stinch the Gambler up against powerful Gloom Lord Melancholy. Melancholy's 6 ether pool gives her an early advantage, but Stinch's 2 tap abilities can change roll outcomes and potentially cancel dangerous hexes. To start, we both place our lords on the start card and roll for order. Melancholy's won the roll, so she draws 5 cards from the conjure deck, and then I do the same. I draw Minotaur Berserker, Void Imp, Fortify, Ether Surge, and Caustic Harpy. Then we begin drawing world cards. Roads need to link properly, and soul wells can link to a road on any side, but not to each other. We draw until there's 1 soul well open for each player, in this case 2. Once the map's ready, we begin play. Each turn we draw another conjure and a world. We play the world, and then roll to move. Here we've drawn a level 3 Gloom Well and a level 4 Faith Well. In Domain Lords of Aether, when you conquer a well of your lord's domain, all monsters guarding the well get a power bonus. And since Melancholy already has a power advantage, I'm betting she'll go for the Gloom Well. She does, and she places 2 monsters of 5 total ether in to guard it, unless she's bluffing. I'll gladly take the Faith Well to start closing the ether gap. I'll put Minotaur Berserker in because his power is based on the level of the well, in this case 4. I'll add Void Imp because, though he's just a 1 power, he's a Chaos monster and matches Stinch. Suddenly, he just became a better fighter. This turn, we didn't draw any new soul wells, and you know what that means. Melancholy's coming for mine. She's rolled a 5, so she can reach me. I'd love another turn to use that Ether Surge and draw a nice buff hex or a trap to place in front of my well. So I'll tap Stinch and force her to reroll. And balls. She rolled a 6. I'd better hope I didn't need that tap ability during combat. Melancholy picks up 3 of her ether and a monster before moving, likely making sure she has the resources she needs to attack. And indeed she does move into my well, beginning an invasion. Now we both ready for combat. Since Stinch is still in the soul well, and I have 4 ether available, I decide to add Caustic Harpy in as well, just to make sure I don't lose the battle. It gets a power bonus too, so I think I'm in good shape. We order our cards, lay them head to head, and flip our first combatants. A simple Swamp Troll should be an easy kill. Caustic Harpy's ability is to determine attack order based on each player rolling the die. If I roll higher, I attack first. Both Melancholy and I roll, and I roll a 1. Suddenly I have a bad feeling. I forgot that Swamp Troll gets a power bonus from Melancholy because it's a Gloom monster. And since it now gets to attack first, it kills my Harpy without it taking any damage at all. Had I saved my tap ability, I could have re-rolled and maybe gone first. Next, my Void Imp fights valiantly and does 2 damage to the Swamp Troll before being killed. But I'm already down to my last monster, and things are looking grim. Luckily, it's my Minotaur with 4 power. He kills the troll, taking only 1 damage. Hopefully I can take out the next monster too. Melancholy reveals an Iron Crusader, a powerful order monster who reduces all damage dealt it by 1. My Minotaur would still do 2 damage and kill it, but suddenly Melancholy taps and pays 2 ether, using her ability to reduce Minotaur's power by 1. Now the Crusader will only take 1 damage and deal 2, and it'll win. If I lose this well, I'll be far behind right away, so I use one of my last ether to cast that Fortify, giving my Minotaur 1 power back. It kills the Crusader, and I successfully defend the well. Since I won, I get to send Melancholy back to start, or one of her wells. She chooses her Gloom Well, likely so she can bolster its defenses and I can't attack it on my turn. I got lucky this time, but I'll need to be more careful with how I use my tap abilities. I draw a Chaos Well and place it, and you can bet I'll be going for that. Things are starting to look up. Join me next time for part 2 of this one-on-one battle, and watch for new videos, bigger games, cool card combos, and detailed explanations. And if you want to play Domain Lords of Aether yourself, be sure to pledge to our Kickstarter. We need your support! Until next time!